Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Alia. I am so excited to be here with Valentine, who is one of the three members of the project DISSØLV. And he is tuning in from Lake Atitlan in Guatemala. And I'm just so grateful that he was able to make it work with his Wi-Fi over there to be able to join. And just a heads up, there could be a little bit of a slight delay with him hearing what I say and then responding. So we invite your patience up front, and we're so excited that you're here tuning in with us. So as a way of introduction, I just wanted to share that, why I'm doing these videos is because we are celebrating the release of Feminine Medicine Volume 1 remixes. And DISSØLV is one of the artists. Yeah, whoop, whoop. They remixed the track In Your Skin, which was a collaboration with Heather Christie and Pattern Disrupt. And it's a really epic remix. It's very fun on the dance floor. I really appreciate what these guys have done with the material. So thank you. And I'd love to introduce them a little bit by way of their bio and give you a little peek into who they are, and then I'll have a conversation here with Valentine. So DISSØLV is a hybrid global-based music project infusing world music and live performance. DISSØLV was founded upon the idea that genres were meant to be transcended and minds were meant to be dissolved. Their listeners ride through waves of hypnotic sounds, from global bass with ethno rhythms to tribal trap with gypsy violin. The two brothers, Valentine and Andre, joined together with the enchanting Jasmine Semjazes, hopefully I got that right, tribal fusion dance to create a divine trinity of performance. Join them on the dance floor for authentic vibrations that will stimulate, elevate, and dissolve your mind. Awesome. I love that introduction. So, Valentine, I would love to invite you to share a little bit about your musical journey. I know your bio also says that you transitioned from being a live electronica jam band into more of the global bass sound, and I'm curious about that journey for you guys. How long have you been playing music, and what inspired you to evolve your sound?
Thank you so much. Just to start off with, it's an honor to be here present with you and to have been invited to remix for the Feminine Medicine volumes. It was such a pleasure to work with your vocalists as well. And we feel super blessed to have our of the masculine and bring up some more high energy beats to infuse into this song. And since I was 5, I started off as a class and then progressed through many different percussionists and violinists, from steel drum groups and orchestras to punk rock bands and hardcore music. The project DISSØLV in its early form, I was invited as a guest violinist to have this live electronica jam band, and it was new world for me to step into the electronics as this classically trained violinist, and I just fell in love with dancing. And it was really what merged the group merged the gap for me from being a listener to being a participant to music, and opening up to the realms of the connection that music can bring when you're embodying it and in the flow. And so being able to be that connected through an instrument, yet also in my body and dancing, was so beautiful. And we were at roots playing high energy psytrance to breaking down to halftime dubstep, and had everything from live guitar and drums and vocals and violin to really fun DJ sets, just getting to solo with the violin. And as we progressed and dialed in, we decided to slow our sound down, more halftime, mid-tempo feel, which was the global bass vibration, which we truly feel has the space to allow more melodic rhythms and spaces for harmonization, melodies, and vocals. And it's been a really great journey to be able to flow through all of these different genres and not by a specific flavor or dance floor. And it's brought us to a place where we've been able to invite vocalists and other musicians to really be and infuse with our sound.
Mm. Oh, gorgeous. And I just want to reflect actually that also Stephanie Michelle, who's tuning in live, she says that was a gorgeous transmission. It sure was. Yeah. And I really feel what you said about the embodiment of the musical frequencies and how much that enhances the connection to the music. And I too resonate so much with that because of my journey first as a dancer for a long time to electronic music, and then evolving into becoming an electronic music producer. And there really is this connection that gets created when dancers can really feel those bass beats and those sub notes and everything in their bodies, and then connect with the higher melodic frequencies as well at the same time. It's such a unfolding in our body.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So tell us also, so what have you been up to down in Guatemala, and what's next for your tour and your journey?
Well, I have to say is now one of our seconds. We just played festival here on the lake Atitlan for New Year's, and we do international festivals and have been traveling the world for a while, but Guatemala has a special place in our heart, and Cosmic Convergence Festival has been one of the true integrations between the local indigenous population, our neo-tribal community, really sitting with each other in workshops, Sacred Fire, and on the dance floor. And so we were blessed here and invited down here again for that. And a few friends are getting together and bought property here on this lake to start a collective, an artist collective and a recording studio to help teach the local children music, how to record, and also showcase all of the wonderful international traveling musicians that pass through the lake. Because as being on tour and being on headphones and a laptop, the one thing we're always missing is to go to when you're so far away from home. So we hope to have this be a seed and a home base and a model for different communities internationally for traveling artists. And up next, we're heading over to Mexico to play some music, and maybe down to Costa Rica, and then returning back to California for our lovely season of festivals. And we've been working really hard over this winter to come out with what we feel is our best work yet, which is this new EP called Quintala, which is the state of divine Zen and presence and peacefulness reached through artistic expression. It's a gypsy word and features a lot of gypsy violin and world music. And we're really diving deep into bringing sounds from across the globe and sounds of nature into our music to help those of us who are maybe landlocked or city locked, or who we call have the nature and global deficit disorder, by living in cities. So we've been really diving deep into refining a sound that helps spread the sound of the world through a very familiar medium of heavy bass and hip hop and global bass vibes. So really excited to release that. Hopefully in the next month or two, it'll be coming out, and we're really happy to share.
Amazing. Amazing. I can't wait to hear that. I love that you're integrating in sounds from nature and sounds from around the world. And yeah, it's your sound is a very unique fusion. It's really cool. And in fact, you know, the remix that you did for us in Your Skin is it's a fascinating journey through different energies all in the same song, you know, and you know, at points it's very sultry and seductive, and then it gets like super, you know, kind of bouncy and playful, and you manage to do that really organically, which is hard to do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A big part of, as we say, dissolving the genre and the boundaries is, you know, as a classically trained musician, it's like, you know, you listen to Bach and it goes from really sad and slow to high energy, and it's like this journey for each song. And we really enjoy being able to create this hybrid sound that can be more four on the floor, bouncy and high celebration, and then cut down halftime to really slow down, go more internal, more grounded, and be able to tell a story that encompasses the full emotional field. And we've had such pleasure being able to play this track out with the vocal lines that we used from you and Heather, and it was really beautiful to see that the emotional journey work on the dance floor. It's like high energy, bouncing, put a blindfold on your eyes, you know, what do you see inside? And then when we slow it down and it's like turn off the lights, you know, or turn on the lights inside, we really see people actually on the dance floor closing their eyes, going in deep, see, you know, maybe looking at those parts that aren't as easy to see, or really slowing down to celebrate what's inside, but creating a sonic space where they feel safe to go into that container and then burst open into more happy, higher, bouncy tempos. So that, it was really beautiful to see that work on the dance floor, because a lot of time with vocal samples, it's in electronic music, it's a delicate balance to be able to tell a story rather than a 10-second little vocal psychedelic sample or an entire vocal track. So it was, yeah, such a beautiful journey to be able to work with the lyrics in this song and see the resonance in the journey of the dance floor.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm so glad you shared that with us, that there are people on the dance floor who are closing their eyes and going inside, and having that, you know, internal moment with themselves and that transformational experience. And I've witnessed that too, you know, and it that's really, for me, so much of what it's about. For me personally, that's why I share the music. It's to provide that opportunity to deeply explore ourselves, and the music and the lyrics and all of that are embedded with opportunities to really go into that internal experience. And so I'm so glad that it's translating. Yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us live from Guatemala. So appreciate you making that happen. And please go check out the remix album, Feminine Medicine Volume 1 Remixes, where you will hear DISSØLV's remix of In Your Skin, amongst other incredible artists. And stay tuned. I'll be interviewing more people. There's a few already here on my page that you could go check out, and more to come through the next week. So tune in, and hope you love the music. Thanks so much, Valentine. Appreciate it.
Blessings. Appreciate you.
All right. Bye, everybody.